Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Super here and welcome to another Injustice 2 video. Now today we're going to be talking a little bit about the future of Injustice. Now of course we're only 2 days removed from the official Fighter Pack 3 character reveal, where it was revealed that we're going to be getting Atom, Enchantress, and the Ninja Turtles as future DLC characters for the game. Starting from December 12th, which is said was going to be the release date for, you know, like Ultimate Edition owners, Fighter Pack 3 owners, stuff like that. December 12th, Atom is going to be available. So we got that. And then January is probably going to be Enchantress, and then February is going to be the Ninja Turtles. If I were to, you know, guess what was going to happen, that's probably going to be it, because it's always like the guest character that's released last, just to, you know, I guess build up that anticipation, because most of the time like the guest character is the one that sells the most for them and that people are like looking forward to playing the most. And I think you know, especially with the Ninja Turtles and seeing as how they're going to incorporate, you know, 4 of them into either one character or, you know, the core gameplay of the character, I think a lot of people are very interested to see, you know, how the Turtles are going to play. So obviously they're going to save the, you know, the most anticipated one for last. Same thing happened with Hellboy. So now that we got all that out of the way, what's next for Injustice 2? We have heard Ed Boon mention in the past that Injustice is going to get supported well into 2018, even beyond, like well into 2018 and beyond, meaning that, you know, NetherRealm is going to keep releasing new costumes. You know, it's just like the Justice League costume that are going to be released soon. They're going to be releasing more shaders, and there's going to be more tournaments going on, and of course with that there's going to be more patches, character changes over the course of 2018. But the interesting thing is that Ed Boon said that we're going to be supporting Injustice 2 with these characters well into 2018 and beyond. So the fact that, you know, he's been saying that, and the fact that the PC version of Injustice 2 is not going to be released, you know, alongside with like the definitive version of Injustice 2 like it did last year, tells me that there will be more DLC down the road. Now, will it be a Fighter Pack 4? I'm not sure. That's like the most likely scenario, right? Having a Fighter Pack 4 consist of 3 more characters and then just stop there and move on to the hype for Mortal Kombat 11, which is going to be coming starting in June when E3 rolls around. That's when MK11 will get announced. And I know you guys are probably saying, oh, Super, how do you know about this? Do you have some insider information? No, I do not. It's just common sense. Even Ed Boon himself has stated before, when being asked about will Mortal Kombat 11 be the next game, he's pretty much said, based on our track record, you could get a pretty good idea of what we're working on next and what the schedule is. So it's been a 2-year life schedule for each NetherRealm fighting game. So in 2011 we got MK9. Keep in mind, like the Mortal Kombat franchise, they used to be owned by Midway, or like Midway was the publisher of the Mortal Kombat games until they went under, and Warner Brother actually purchased the rights for the Mortal Kombat games, and then, you know, the guys who were the Midway team for MK turned into NetherRealm. So NetherRealm didn't really start until 2011 with the release of Mortal Kombat 9. So once that happened and WB was, you know, pretty much cutting the checks, so to say, they started to go on a 2-year cycle for their game, starting in 2011 for Mortal Kombat 9, which was like the reboot, just Mortal Kombat. And then 2013 Injustice, which is was a completely new title for them at the time, a new project. Of course, they had worked with DC characters in the past, obviously, MK versus DC, but this was their first time not doing like a Mortal Kombat or any like Mortal Kombat aspects involved in like the core game. Of course, Scorpion came later, but he's like a guest character. So that was 2013, and then of course you had the amazing, it's still amazing to this day, Mortal Kombat X in 2015. that game will always go down as one of the best of all time. I don't know if I could call it the greatest of all time, because MK9 is up there, man. Like, the roster for MK9 is so, like, classic, because of course they went back to cover MK1, 2, and 3, and that's like my favorite era of MK. It's just a shame I never like got to play. Of course, I'm not gonna go back now. You know, there's really no point for me to try to learn that game when I have MKX. But Mortal Kombat X is just, it's awesome. I love it so much. So MKX came in 2015, and then Injustice 2 obviously came this year in 2017. So based on that track record, we could expect Mortal Kombat to get announced officially, unless, you know, leaks happen, which I'm sure stuff is going to get leaked moving into E3. So if there's a leak that's big enough, the reveal trailer might get shown, announced before E3. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think GameStop actually leaked the poster for Injustice 2 before E3. So Injustice 2 was supposed to be debuting at E3, and it debuted way before that because GameStop, you know, leaked these Injustice posters. So if something like that happens, then we're gonna get a reveal, you know, earlier than expected. But that's what's gonna happen as far as like the new game. But as far as Fighter Pack 3, I think that fits in perfectly. If we get, you know, the final Fighter Pack 3 character comes out in February, there might be a little break somewhere in between there, maybe, depending on how far they're into developing these new characters. Because keep in mind, these are new characters. Like, they build them from scratch. They were never in the game. They were never on disc. These are completely brand new characters that NetherRealm has been working on for a while. Even before the game came out, I'm sure they started working on these Fighter Pack characters. And obviously they take time. So they already know who's going to be in Fighter Pack 4 if there's a Fighter Pack 4. Like, they're already working on the characters, but we're not going to know anything about it until, you know, Ed Boon starts maybe teasing more DLC characters, or something officially gets announced as far as future DLC content. But I am pretty confident that, based on everything that Ed Boon has said, based on the fact that after this Fighter Pack 3, there was no, like, there hasn't been any talks of a Ultimate Edition of Injustice. Of course, we're still early, right? Like, this game, I think, was released 6 months ago, somewhere around there. So it hasn't even been that long. So I definitely expect a Fighter Pack 4. It's gonna build up perfectly once the final character of Fighter Pack 4, if they do decide to go with 3 characters, if the final character of Fighter Pack 4 gets released like right before E3, so then after that, you know, Ed Boon and NetherRealm could focus all their promotional like material and tweets and stuff like that. Ed Boon could start teasing Mortal Kombat characters, and then those characters will slowly start to get revealed over the course of the end of the year after E3. So let me know in the comment section, do you guys think there's going to be a Fighter Pack 4? I thought there might have been a hint for Rorschach with the trench coat and the fedora, but it turns out, I told you guys, I don't know anything about Ninja Turtles. Whenever the Turtles, or a turtle, the Turtles, whatever, they want to go up to, you know, to the world, they actually dress themselves up in a trench coat, like fully covered trench coat, and they wear hats so no one could recognize them. Apparently that's a thing. I told you guys I have no clue, because I never really, you know, like got into the Ninja Turtles. I thought maybe, you know, a Rorschach hint for the next Fighter Pack, but no, it's definitely not a Rorschach hint or anything like that. But there's always a possibility for Rorschach to make it in a future DLC pack. There's always a possibility for Beast Boy to make it. The possibilities there is just very, very, very unlikely. I don't think Spawn is going to make Injustice. If they do have another, you know, guest character, it's going to be, you know, someone else. I don't think it's going to be Spawn. But it would be cool to have, like, no guest characters and just, like, a DC character fighter pack. That would be really cool. Like, if we get, like, Constantine and stuff like that, oh, man, that would be awesome. But I definitely think that there's going to be a Fighter Pack 4. Also, something else that I was thinking about, is whether the characters will be released one at a time like they have been doing. Because if you guys remember when the definitive edition of Mortal Kombat X came out, like MKXL, all 4 of those DLC characters came together with the pack because they released it, I think, on March 1st. They released Fighter Pack 2 or Combat Pack 2, and they released MKXL for people who never bought MKX, you know, as a complete edition of the game, and they released the PC version all in the same day. So it was a little bit overwhelming as far as like trying to learn all these characters at once when they were released. Like, I like the 1 character a month schedule because I get to actually learn and play the character and take my time instead of having to pick and choose between, you know, one of the 4 characters, for example, like in Fighter Pack or in Combat Pack 2. I always get those 2 confused. Probably will always happen. So I give it a 90% chance that we're gonna get a Fighter Pack 4. It's a lot more likely than, you know, Combat Pack 3 ever was. Like, Ed Boon has teased and, you know, given huge hints at more characters down the road in Injustice 2, like way more than he ever talked about Combat Pack number 3. So look forward to that. If you guys didn't like Fighter Pack 3, which a lot of people did like Fighter Pack 3 actually, a lot of people were really excited about the Turtles. Everyone agrees, or almost everyone I should say, that Enchantress, her design and the way she looks is amazing. She's already one of the best looking female characters in the game, but that's not really saying much because I think all the female characters in Injustice 2 are amazing looking. They did a really good job with the faces, you know, especially compared to Injustice 1 where they, you know, just go search up Injustice 1 Wonder Woman. NetherRealm like killed it with the female characters and how good they look in this game. So I can't wait to see these characters in action once gameplay comes out. But as far as like Fighter Pack 4, I think it's definitely going to happen. So hold out hope for all your favorite DLC characters down the road. They might come in Fighter Pack number 4. So that's going to be the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.